background there. This is a team, and he wants his team to shoot at least 30 three-point shots a game.
And they will pressure you on the defensive end of the floor. That was on full display against SIU Edwardsville. They held their opponent to 50 points for the entire game, under 30% conversion rate from the floor.
Opening tip is controlled by Missouri, and we're underway from the barn. John Tonje working his way back from an injury. Inside it goes to Grill against Joshua Ola-Joseph. Kicks it out. Carter, there's the first three on the way. It's no good. And the rebound pulled down by a much stronger Braden Carrington. Elijah Hawkins, new face on this Gopher team. Transfer from Howard. And a healthy Isaiah Enan. His first action on the floor in over 2 years.
Last time out for Enan, 5 of 5 from deep.
Shot clock is at 5. Hawkins will pull up and knocks it down. A strength for Hawkins is just that, something he did last year with Howard.
47% conversion rate last year for Hawkins.
Again, that was not a strength for Minnesota. Struggled shooting the basketball, especially from beyond the arc.
Really nice job there by Hawkins of getting over, taking away the dribble handoff to Honor.
Here's Carter along the baseline, rises, fires, and scores.
You can see what Missouri wants to do. Pressure, get up the floor, try to get some easy baskets on the defensive end.
Isaiah Enan, that high-arcing shot, and he did that last time out at all 5 of his three-point shots. So far, 2 threes. They both go down. Missouri, though, answers on the other end, and it's Carter.
Well, they like to push the pace. They don't turn away when Missouri has the ball offensively, because chances are you might miss them.
Garcia looking to battle down low, and a whistle and a foul. This will be on Tonje. There's Dennis Gates. In his second season, did a marvelous job in year number 1. Was named the SEC Coach of the Year by USA Today. Led the Tigers to a 25-win season and an NCAA tournament appearance.
A year-over-year improvement, 15 wins. Not too bad.
Ola-Joseph on the feed from Hawkins. And here come the Tigers back the other way. It's Honor spinning, driving with the shoulder, no good. Rebound Enan. And Honor slow to get up.
Yeah, they have to take advantage of this nice job by Hawkins of walling up, because Honor wanted to take advantage of his size.
Three-point shot is falling early on. Minnesota off to a roaring start. They've knocked down all 3 of their three-point tries. And a whistle away from the ball and a foul on Minnesota.
Yeah, they got Ola-Joseph bumping the cutter there.
First on the sophomore from nearby Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. 6'7", 215, Joshua Ola-Joseph. Averaging 10 points early on this season. Nick Honor, two-time captain.
Honor a season ago, a 3-to-1 assist turnover ratio amongst the nation's leaders.
Tonje spinning, and Ola-Joseph lost it, got it back. Shot clock did not reset. Trying to find space, and does, and scores.
Nice patience by Tonje there, because he was caught underneath the rim.
Garcia racing up and down the floor, and the Gophers broke the pressure in an easy 2. Missouri trying to answer from the corner, and they do as Honor knocks it down. And how about this scoring from both sides to begin this game? Not shooting from both teams. Minnesota's yet to miss. Find 5 threes knocked down by both teams so far.
And Honor 48% from behind the arc thus far this season for the Tigers.
Garcia pulls up. First miss for Garcia. And Sean East, 55 points in 3 games so far this season. Most by a Tiger in 3 games in nearly 10 years.
averaging 18 points per ball game, is East on only 9 field goal attempts per ball game. Outstanding efficiency.
Beat Garcia off the dribble in the paint, floats and scores, and it's a 1-point game.
Really good job of dipping that shoulder, creating some space between himself and Garcia defensively.
Elijah Hawkins, guarded by Nick Honor. Down low, Ola Joseph. Hawkins in the paint, tough pass. Ola Joseph along that baseline, still loose, needs some help. Shot clock's at 4. Garcia has to fire and knocks it down with the shot clock winding down.
Nice job of not panicking by Garcia.
Grill trying to answer from deep, can't. Here's Hawkins. Ola Joseph off the fake. Hawkins got it back. He lets it fly. And the Gophers can't miss from beyond the arc to begin the game. Timeout, Missouri.
Bigger. And that's also allowed them to be far more competitive in practice. You know, the one thing that coaches still have at their disposal, Corey, is if you're not producing, I can go to the bench if you have the requisite bodies, and they've shown the fact that they can go a little bit deeper in the bench. Three-point shooting has paid off for themselves so far.
Subs in for Missouri, including Indiana transfer Tamar Bates. Carter. Back down, Garcia. Garcia keeping his feet low, but nice cut and a find at a 2. Patient there for the Tigers.
A nice job by Bates at making himself available. Carter kind of gotten himself down there in trouble, didn't panic, and a nice dive cut by Bates bails out the Tigers.
Shaw on the floor for the first time, brings a physical presence at 6'8", 205, was number 23 for Missouri. Hawkins lobs down low. Garcia is fouled. Jump ball, beg your pardon, is the call. And the arrow will keep it with Minnesota.
Garcia had it up high. Really good job of not giving up on the play by Shaw. And that'll go as a block shot. Earlier this season, Shaw had 5 blocks in the season opener.
Subs coming in for Missouri, including the Tiger debut of big number 75, Connor Vanover, who was not eligible to play the first 3 games for the Tigers because he played in a non-sanctioned tournament, and now is on the floor for the first time for Missouri at 7'5", 230. Turnover.
Step out and shoot the ball, can Vanover as well.
He floats and scores.
JUCO Player of the Year a couple of seasons ago, and showing you why his versatility can also beat you from behind the arc if you gap him too much. 6 of 10 from deep so far is East.
Off a 20-point game. And it's a 3-point game. Pharrell Payne, the sophomore, with some range there.
That's a shot he wouldn't have even remotely contemplated a year ago.
6'9", 255, the sophomore. Cottage Grove, Minnesota. East underneath, left it short. Long rebound, run down by Carrington.
Nice job by Christie there, the freshman, of walling up.
Catch and shoot 3 from the corners, no good. From Mike Mitchell. And a whistle. And a foul on Missouri.
I think they got Shaw there on the weak side rebound. Good job by Dawson Garcia, Corey, of not allowing himself to continue to be blocked out. When the ball skipped to the far side, Garcia understood simple geography, took a step away, and that forced Shaw to foul.
His first, second team foul. Garcia underneath, challenged and blocked. It was Shaw, was Vanover defensively. Now Bates along the baseline, reverses and scores.
They push the pace, and Tamar Bates showing you why. He shoots 59% from the floor thus far early in his Missouri career.
Freshman Cam Christie, talented recruit out of Illinois. Coming off an 18-point game in his Gopher debut. Carrington left open for 3. And that's an air ball, and they're going to keep it here. And a foul called on Missouri.
And you know what? Carrington has struggled shooting the ball. so far this season, and a better pass is going to lead him into that shot. Carrington had to go down to his kneecaps to go and put it into the shooting position.
Foul was on Shaw. That's quickly his second. He now comes out. Entry pass to Garcia.
Nice use of the fan dribble, drilling out of that double team.
Three doesn't go. Missouri can tie with a three. This trip down the floor. Vanover can do that. And Carrington the rebound. Golphers have missed their last 4 from the field. Payne.
That's a dangerous pass.
Here's Carrington. And on the drive, he's fouled. So the shot clock winding down. Attack the rim and fouled by Tamar Bates. So we'll step aside. 11:58 to go first half. Gophers by 3 at the Shawn. 46 made 3. Second most nationally by a 7-footer a year ago.
It impacts the game on both ends of the floor because of his ability to block shots. Blocked 3 a game a season ago. Good for second nationally. And we'll talk about rule changes throughout the course of the year. The block charge being one. But you'll notice the number worn by Connor Vanover, number 75. That's a new change on the collegiate game where it's not limited up to 54.
Carrington splits 2, 4-point game. They got her. Vanover now. Freshman guard Anthony Robinson. Tallahassee on the floor for the first time for the Tigers. Connor trying to find a lane against Christie. Lost his footing. And he traveled.
I'll tell you what, Corey, that's the second time I've been impressed with Cam Christie defensively. A few possessions ago, he walled up, made it for a difficult shot. Here, he shows the ability to move his feet and turn over a guy in Nick Honor, who is usually very, very sure with the basketball.
Christie was sidelined early due to mono. Still not at his target weight just yet. Pull up long 2. Doesn't go. Carrington battling for the rebound and ran it down to the corner. And needs some help. Outlet pass to Christie. Bates went for the steal. Garcia whips it to the corner. Carrington for 3. Golphers after that electric start, it's cooled off beyond the arc. Carter underneath. Finds space and was patient and scored.
Exquisite footwork by Noah Carter. Ran the floor, the pass led him to the end line, had the presence of mind to catch, and then kind of shield himself with that rim with some excellent footwork. Well done.
2-point game. The Gophers have missed their last 6 from the field. Garcia. Nowhere to go. It's Mitchell for 2.
A nice job by the Pepperdine transfer of making sure he took that extra step to get into the line of vision for Garcia, who had nowhere to go with Vanover defending him initially.
11-point scorer at Pepperdine. Mitchell was last year. Another good shooter. As Bates is denied by Christie.
Tell you what, that's the 3rd time that the freshman Christie has just done an outstanding job. Here he doesn't give up on the play. And watch him come from behind. He gets screened out, but he comes with the proper hand, the inside hand here on Bates, because Bates is going to send this in. He doesn't come with the left hand. He comes with the right. Gives his team another chance defensively.
Christie, younger brother, former Michigan State guard and current Laker Max Christie. As Parker Fox, 23, is on the floor for the first time for Minnesota, and Terrell Payne grab a seat. Big catch made by Carter.
And Christie again did a nice job getting low defensively and taking away that interior feed to Bates on the out of bounds.
Hawkins crosses over, feeds Enan from the corner for 3. That high-arcing shot, and for a guy that hasn't played in a couple of years, his basketball skill is right on point.
7 consecutive makes from behind the arc so far for Enan, and really well done by Hawkins, utilizing change of pace to get him the ball.
Jesus Carolero Martin into the game. Fox out there defensively. Mitchell pulls up for 3. Golphers now have hit 7 threes so far. And the lead is back to 10.
And there was another option. Hawkins gave himself up, Corey. He sprinted to the corner. That gave 2 3-point shooters that Missouri had to try to defend in transition.
Entry pass denied, and a whistle and a foul with the shot clock winding down. And a foul called on Mike Mitchell Jr.
Well, Minnesota started this game very hot from behind the arc. Watch the hesitation. Boom! Turn the corner. Excellent use of the bounce pass. Enan had his feet set when the pass was en route. And in the far corner over there, Corey, because Hawkins has knocked down a couple, he sprinted. That gave Missouri someone else to think about. That allowed the open berth from behind the arc for Mitchell.
See the improved three-point shooting for Minnesota, where it's been this season compared to where it was so far tonight. 7 out of 11. 10-point Minnesota lead under 9 to play in the half. Otter off the crossover. Floats and rattled out. Into the rebound. Missouri now, one of its last 6 from the field.
They have a chance now with the way they've shot the ball the last few times. And Missouri, how stringent they are defensively. You may be able to get something going toward the rim with a backdoor cut.
And Mitchell was on the baseline, turned it over, and Missouri basketball. Second Minnesota turnover so far tonight. Third all-time meeting between these two programs, and the first meeting since 1960. 3 up top. Doesn't go for Carolero Martin. Christie will pull up. That's a 2. And the rebound. Pulled down by Grill. Grill, he'll fire from St. Paul. And save, but into the hands of Hawkins. Crossover Carter. Down low, Fox had it stripped, and it'll stay with Minnesota.
And Elijah Hawkins will push the pace. Get up and down the floor, giving Missouri a little bit of their own medicine. Minnesota enjoying a little bit of home.
His goal was to play Big Ten basketball, getting that chance finally. And Enan, a guy that's been around this program a long time, but really no rust despite all that time missed.
No, and you saw a 7 of 7 from the floor overall last time out for Enan. Over the last 2 ball games, Isaiah Enan 7 of 7 from deep.
Missouri, one of its last 8 from the field. East on the floor is fouled before the shot. So Cam Christie, his first, and the 3rd team foul on Minnesota.
The other thing that hops out at you, Corey, is you take a look at the production from Minnesota thus far. 11 made field goals, 10 coming via assist.
Well, for Missouri, the bulk of its points so far in the paint. Of their 20 points, 14 have come in the paint. So Butler setting the screen for East. Hangs on Christie. Christie kept his feet down. And a jump ball will stay with Missouri.
That's the 4th time that comes to mind that the freshman Cam Christie has just done everything you could ask of him defensively, moving his feet, and then he doesn't bail out East by reaching down. Maintained verticality and forced a very difficult shot from Sean East.
Actually, Christie coming off an 18-point game in his debut. Good note from Marcus Fuller. Does a great job covering Minnesota for the Star Tribune. Most points by a true freshman in his debut for Minnesota in nearly 20 years since Chris Humphreys put up 20 in 2003. And it's Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball with 7:01 to go in the half.
Missouri substitution, 23 back in the game, replacing Faulkner.
Ooh.
Golphers caught a break there.
Yes,
looked like it hit the right foot of Enan going out of bounds.
Not reviewable until last 2 minutes of the ball game or overtime. So to your point, Corey, Minnesota caught a little bit of a break there.
Hawkins thought that Garcia was going to stay in the corner. Instead, he went to the basket, and the Golphers give it right back. Ben Johnson on his third season. 24 wins so far. The Golden Gopher head coach. Carter lets it fly and knocks it down.
Carter has really been stellar offensively here in the early going for Missouri, and shows that he's very capable from behind the arc. 38% from deep so far.
Second year with the Tigers after transferring from Northern Iowa. 10 of Missouri's 23. Aiden Shaw back on the floor for the Tigers, 23. Remember, he has 2 fouls. So that Joseph got him up from the baseline, rattled out. East on baseline on Christie and scores off the glass in a quick 5-0 burst from Missouri. It's a 5-point game.
Nice job of spreading the floor in transition by Missouri. Put the freshman Cam Christie on an island defensively there in transition.
Sticking with that theme, the bulk of the points so far for the Tigers coming in the paint. Hawkins throws it up and errant pass. Couple of balls thrown away there from Hawkins. And now the Tigers can make this a 1-possession game. So 5 turnovers for the Gophers. They have 4 alone on their last 6 possessions. East. Carter, baseline. It was pulled free by Garcia. Active hands forced the Tiger turnover.
And a nice job by Carrington of rotating over very assertively. Kind of deflected the vision of the passer.
Garcia trying to get some position on Grill. Instead, Ola Joseph lets it fly.
Don't like that shot because it was a difficult catch. He'd been far better off to reverse the basketball, have it come back to him.
Carter's had the hot hand, can't hit that time. Grill the offensive rebound. In the paint, up and in off the glass. And a timeout taken by Minnesota, and now a 7-0 Tiger run, and it's a 3-point game.
Come in here, shooting the ball well, north of 40% from behind the arc at their previous schools. That has carried over thus far here in the early part of the Golden Gopher season.
Speaking of the shooting, the Gophers began 8 of their first 10, but since that electric start, Minnesota 3 of its last 12 from the field.
Garcia, if Shaw's going to come out that far, plant that foot, give yourself up with a strong backdoor cut.
Shaw's on the floor with those 2 fouls, and now Garcia picks up his dribble, needs some help. Hawkins with 6. Down low, Ola Joseph kicks it out. Eden, he likes that spot. This one, though, doesn't go. And saved by Nagano. Missouri can tie with a 3. East in the paint, off the glass, no. Timeout coming, next whistle. Hawkins will fire. Carrington to Garcia, got it back, no. Underneath Garcia, no. Ola Joseph scores.
Really well done by Ola Joseph of assuming the miss, Corey. Usually a guy like Garcia is going to convert. He didn't assume that, came to the opposite side and cleaned up the miss.
Minnesota +7 on the glass so far. This will go the other way. And a foul on Missouri. And that's going to be on Nick Otter. Will step aside with 3:34 to go, and Minnesota leading by 5. With 6, Garcia, Mitchell with 5, Ola Joseph, Carrington with 4.
We talked about the improved shooting that's been on display tonight for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Another thing that kind of hops out as you look at the stats thus far, Corey, that they struggled in terms of taking care of the basketball. The Golden Gophers a season ago last in the conference in turnover margin at -3. Here against a team that likes to get up and pressure, Minnesota enjoying a +4 turnover margin against the Tigers.
Missouri, that was a strength for the Tigers last year. One of the better teams in the country defensively, stealing the basketball. Team that brought back 2 starters this year. Payne spins on Vanover, brought it low, and he traveled.
That's the danger, Corey, when you try to spin in traffic. He spun himself to try to get himself away from Vanover, the shot blocker. Watch what he does. He loses sight of the weak side defender, and Shaw's able to come down there and get his team another possession.
Vanover against Garcia. Shot clock is under 10. Mismatch here size-wise. Vanover against Carrington, kicks it out. Tajay kept his foot down. East lets it fire. Good seal there from Carrington, and Hawkins ran it down.
Really nice job by Carrington of getting into the legs of the 7'5" Vanover.
Golphers made their first 5 threes. Since then, they're 2 of their last 9. Underneath, using that strength.
I'll tell you what, I thought he dribbled himself into trouble again with that rhythm dribble, but the strength of pain on full display is he's able to power through.
Step back from Robinson, lets it fire and scores. True freshman from Tallahassee knocks down his first 3 as a Tiger.
Also has done a nice job, has Robinson, a 7-to-1 assist turnover ratio thus far.
Mentioned the steal. East picked the pocket of Carrington, but Minnesota got back with the speed of the active hands of Hawkins.
That's the second outstanding defensive player by Carrington. In transition, walls up, wipes away an opportunity off a miscue by Missouri.
Bounce pass, baseline, what a find to Olin Joseph.
I thought they were going to try to set that up a few possessions ago.
At the floater, quickly answered from Tajay. It's almost like we're watching a Michigan State team here. You think about when one team scores, time is forever, right? Get back down the floor, get that bucket on the other end. Back to a 4-point game. Final 70 seconds of the opening half. Very entertaining half. Carrington off his knee, ran it down. And now Payne, shot clock. It's at 5. Take it down low with 3. Goes up and missed the layup. Hit the rim. Shot clock reset. Payne stuck with it and scored.
Man, Payne giving some really, really quality minutes.
There's some fouls to give. Just the 4th team foul on Minnesota. That's the first foul on Hawkins.
This is not necessarily a strength for Pharrell Payne, but dips under. Now watch how quickly he goes right back up. Again, he has to be cognizant of putting that ball down there on the floor when you're in that kind of traffic. He dodged one, but how about the ability to play through the much larger player and finish at the rim by Pharrell Payne?
Payne, he played in the opener against Bethune-Cookman, did not play against Texas San Antonio due to a minor injury last time out on Friday. Good to go tonight, a guy whose season got better and better as last year played out. Robinson steps back. He'll launch that 3. No. And about 3 seconds or so separates the 2 clocks. Missouri's got a foul to give. 5 team fouls. 7 to shoot. Hawkins.
Hawkins better watch. I thought he might have gotten away with a hook there.
And now East with 3. With 2, he'll drive, and denied by Payne. And that's the first half from the barn as East fell off the elevated floor. Pharrell Payne, a dominant stretch to end the first half offensively. Points to the paint, heavily favored Missouri. The Tigers did not take a single free throw in the first half. Minnesota only 2 free throw attempts. As we will start the second half, Minnesota will have the ball. Golphers at 2-0. The Tigers at 2-1. Eden down low, entry pass looking for Garcia's knocked away by Jordan Butler. So Butler starts the second half, 7-footer freshman from Greenville, South Carolina. It's the 9th Minnesota turnover. And a whistle on the Gophers.
They got Eden on that little curl cut He got caught up on that screen, grabbed some jersey, and the near official here caught him.
First foul on Enan.
Bottom part of your screen, little rub. You saw that inside hand from number 5 in the white jersey, Enan. Easy call for the official.
Carter had a strong first half against Garcia. Shot clock at 3. At 2, fades away from the foul line, rimmed out, and Carrington the rebound.
Good job by Garcia.
Stolen away by East. Quick hands off the glass, no. Rebound to Minnesota.
Really well done by Carrington in the scramble situation, and the Missouri bench doesn't like it, and as a result, they're going to draw a technical foul here.
This was not on the head coach, Dennis Gates. This was on the Tiger bench, and he's telling his bench, hey, calm down. And Paul Sells heard something and teed up the Missouri bench.
Carrington defensively on the scramble situation did a really good job for the Golden Gophers. He got back underneath the rim, but then he maintained verticality, kept his arms straight up in the air, and now they have a chance, the Golden Gophers, to get some free points. Elijah Hawkins is going to go to the line. Understand why. He's 9 of 9 from the charity stripe thus far early in his Golden Gopher career.
As I said, the Gophers, 2 free throw attempts in the first half. Carrington made 1 of the 2. Minnesota a year ago, dead last in the Big Ten as a team in free throw shooting at 62%, but 2 games in, small sample, but much better numbers at 80%. And stroke from Hawkins, a big part of that now, 10 of 10 as a Golden Gopher at the foul line.
Pick up where play stopped. The Golden Gophers had possession. Chance for potentially, especially with the way that Minnesota has shot the ball recently from behind the arc, a chance at a 5-point possession here. Missouri really overplaying. This may provide an opportunity to get to the rim.
Garcia against Noah Carter. He'll pull up. That's a deep 2.
Excellent use of that inside pivot, Corey. Turning and facing Carter. Carter was expecting the dribble drive. A little bit of a pass fake. Created enough of an open look. And that mid-range jump shot there by Dawson Garcia.
7 points now for Garcia, named the Big Ten Player of the Week. Averaging 23 points a game. And now the Tigers turn it right back over. And Minnesota has the ball back, looking to build on a 10-point lead.
Yeah, not really a good passing angle from Honor to Carter. You know, Nick Honor a season ago, a 3-to-1 assist turnover ratio. He struggled, relatively speaking, in that regard thus far for the Tigers.
The message to Nick Honor from his coach is to shoot the basketball. At times, he just is too pass first, too pass heavy. And the staff imploring him to shoot, be more aggressively on the offensive end. Enan, speaking of being aggressive, he's been doing that all year. 12-point lead, the largest tonight for Minnesota.
Really nice job because Enan had knocked down a couple of threes early. They don't close out under control. Utilizing the shot fake, gets all the way to the rim.
Tajay lost it. Turnovers picking up now from Missouri here in this half. Down low, it's Ola Joseph in traffic and scores. Timeout, Missouri.
Well done in transition.
You mentioned this at the top, Sean, about Garcia. Said he's in the best shape of his life. He battled a foot injury last year, 26 games, averaged 15 points per game, and has a different role, don't you think, a little bit with this season's roster?
He certainly does. They're going to look to him for not just the tangibles, but the intangibles, and well done out of the timeout there by the Missouri Tigers with the cross screen, getting something at the rim. But to pay off that point about Dawson Garcia, he's going to have a lot more opportunities to score because now, once he gets the ball near the rim, he has enough guys in Hawkins, Enan, and Mitchell that can make you pay from behind the arc if you run the double.
Carrington has a lane, but nice rejection there from Aiden Shaw. The former Indiana Hoosier transferred to Mar Bates. Kansas City, Kansas. Into the corner for three, and it goes, and here's a quick 5 for the Tigers as Tanjay, that's Nick Honor knocking it down.
Well done out of the timeout. You get a cross screen, something going toward the rim to kind of break the lid on the basket. Then a really good job of Grill up top catching it, not letting it stick, and hit Honor right in the shooting pocket.
Hawkins underneath, and Butler got back defensively, blocked it, got the ball, double teamed, and here comes Tamar Bates. Same spot.
Good job by Carrington of being there on the catch.
And Grill trying to slash inside, was fouled by Carrington. It's the first foul on Carrington and the second team foul.
Carrington turning the corner, and that made it an easier block by Shaw because Carrington went with the right or inside hand, and Honor showing you why you have to be there on the catch and release or he'll make you pay.
It's 2. The Tigers so far, they've attempted 13 threes, and the goal from second-year head coach Dennis Gates is 30 attempts per game. And now a foul called on Caleb Grill. Iowa State transfer. And much deeper team in a way that he's never had before.
It allows them to practice at a higher level because you're not literally just trying to keep guys healthy enough to field the team. Where you and I had a number of their games last year, they had 7 healthy guys. Not 7 healthy scholarship guys, 7 healthy guys.
Too often we're really just forced to play and start walk-ons, you know, in conference play, the meat of conference play. Shot clock down to 4. Payne will split defenders, and Garcia tipped it back out to Carrington.
Really well done by Garcia.
The baseline, no. And Carrington to Payne, lays it up and in. The Golphers never gave up.
How about the hustle by Mitchell? Because he didn't give up on the play. Missouri's not able to corral the rebound. Leads to an opportunity at the rim by Payne, but it started with Mitchell continuing to hustle coming from the far side of the floor.
As the three-point shot hasn't gone down as much as it once did, Gophers have been attacking the glass in the offensive end, and because of that, it's been leading to points. A 7 edge in the offensive glass. Butler blocked by Payne. Shot clock at 1. East, they don't get it off. Shot clock violation. Minnesota basketball.
Boy, Pharrell Payne has been a revelation on both ends of the floor here this evening for the Minnesota. Versatility on the defensive end of the floor, wiping out opportunities. That was at the end of the first half to send Minnesota into the locker room with a lot of momentum, and right now he has been a big difference maker on both ends of the floor in this sophomore season.
A couple of blocks. Pharrell Payne adding to his stat line tonight, offensively and defensively. 56-39. 11:35 to go. Mitchell, can he add to it? No. But there's Carrington, another offensive rebound.
Really nice job by Carrington of understanding 8 times out of 10, that shot from one side is going to kick to the other.
Kept it alive, and Mitchell knocked it down. Carrington now, by the way, with 11 rebounds here tonight, and that 11th rebound gave Mitchell another chance, and he buried the 3. Can Honor answer? Yes, from deep.
Well done by Honor of getting his feet set when the pass was en route. Had that little rhythm hop, able to go right into a shooting motion. A much-needed basket for the Fighting Mike Halls.
All 9 on 3 threes, and now a turnover. And that's why bragging rights, it gets personal. You have Mike Hall, Stephen Bartle, those two together, it gets ugly. And Missouri takes on Illinois, right?
It's coming up.
Outside of bragging rights, and just in terms of Missouri against a Big Ten team winning on the road, hasn't happened in a long time. Only 20 years Missouri won at Indiana. Well, 20 years ago. 5 quick points here from Nick Honor.
You mentioned it earlier, Corey. Coach Dennis Gates sometimes imploring Nick Honor, hey, look, you've got to be a little bit more selfish. It's paid dividends for them the last 2 times down the floor. Honor on a mini 5-0 run in his own right.
The second half is where the game got away from Missouri, and it's only loss against Memphis. So this is a team that can get hot, shoot threes in a hurry. And a lot of time left in this game. Mitchell from the elbow.
Oh, that's not good. He was off balance.
Check time there for Honor. He'll step back. It is from the corner for 3. And Nick Honor is feeling it.
Yeah, that was the Chernobyl of heat checks.
14 points for Honor. 11 of those coming here in the second half alone. And the lead down to 12. Harrington needs some help. And a timeout taken by Ben Johnson. The Gophers have 1 remaining with 9:36 to play, and momentum right now for Missouri. End of the shot clock for the Gophers on this. Minnesota with 1.
And Corey, look at the bottom left of your screen. Missouri already with 17 fouls. You have to believe that Minnesota is talking about that. They've been able to get to the foul line and convert. Now you're in the bonus the rest of the way. No need to settle for jump shots. Attack Missouri off the dribble and maybe get some cheap ones at the line.
Keep in mind, too, that the Tigers as a team have yet to take a free throw yet tonight. Deflected pass. Payne got it back. Unsettled possession, but Payne able to capture and score.
I mean, he was point blank right there, but he had to play through 4 sets of hands. That's far more difficult than it might look at first view.
Payne now with 10 points, and Trent Pierce along the baseline was bumped and fouled by Payne. There's team foul number 3 on Minnesota. That's the first on Payne. Joseph and Eden back in for the Gophers. As Payne and Carrington come out.
We were talking with Coach Ben Johnson at the shoot-around today. He just was effusive in his praise of Carrington and what he's been able to do, especially on the defensive end. Says he trusts him completely.
Honor underneath and adds to it, scoring 2 off the glass. 10-2 Tiger run. Carter picks up Hawkins, doesn't want the screen from Garcia. Hawkins has to create with 5 in the paint. Left hand swatted away by Noah Carter. It's got to go to Honor here, right?
Absolutely, keep riding this.
There he is off the crossover. He'll drive, hang, missed. Tiger bench wanted a foul. Garcia can't handle the basketball, and Ben Johnson said today, hey, depending on matchups, depending on guys being denied, Garcia may have to bring the ball up the court.
And with the way Missouri is just completely overplaying, this might be an opportunity because you've knocked down some threes. If you're the recipient of a pass, once your foot hits that 3-point line, you can get something going toward the rim, and that's a 7.
Mitchell, no. Eden grabs the rebound. That's been the story here this half for the Gophers. Second chance points, offensive rebounding, and capitalizing that second, third chance with a bucket. Eden with 5, with 4. Euro step and scores.
Well done by Garcia. Small thing, but an important thing, Corey. He had posted up. If he doesn't vacate that post area, that opportunity for Eden to attack off the dribble is not there.
Again, capitalizing on another chance, and a timeout taken by Missouri. Tigers have 1 remaining with 7:18 to go. 63-49, Golden Gophers.
Honor.
Spent a lot of time, Eden did, working just with Ben Johnson alone. Those 2 guys, Eden wanted to put in the work, and his head coach said, fine, I'm ready. Let's do it. Started the second straight game. Before that, last started in 2020. And a whistle on the floor away from the shot, and Garcia is going to be whistled for the foul. He's the first on Garcia, the 4th team foul.
We set that to 20.
Pierce. Down low to Kurt Lewis. And he lays it up and in. Some guys here getting some reps here late. Kurt Lewis, the junior from Louisville, transfer from Eastern Kentucky with his first 2 points.
Lewis, National JUCO Player of the Year a season ago at John Logan College.
Backdoor, Ola Joseph went, but denied by Carter.
Good job by Carter of opening up.
In the corner, good look for 3, and it goes down. And here come the Tigers. Trent Pierce buries the 3. And the lead down to 9. 15-4. Tiger run.
Corey, understanding the foul situation. If you are Minnesota, you need to be cognizant of that. You can drive the basketball, get something cheap.
Garcia with 7. Will do just that. Floats and scores. Garcia now with 13. Trying to answer the Tigers do quickly. It's Lewis again.
Good job by Missouri of understanding they had the complete size mismatch. Hawkins tried to get over the top to no avail. Good use of that lob pass. Led Missouri right to the rim.
Golphers have not been in a hurry here. Last few trips down the floor. Hawkins so creative. He is hit hard, and we play on. East to a trailing Pierce. Lets it fly for 3. It's no good. Down low. Offensive putback. Carter. It'll count and a foul. And with 5:21 to go in the game, the Tigers about to take their first free throw attempt all night long.
Missouri on the scramble situation defensively. That's a little bit of a break right there, because Carter broke verticality. But they keep playing, and then Carter, because he dipped that shoulder, negated the shot blocking opportunity for Enan. And this is a team in Missouri, they're not going anywhere.
Carter hasn't been at the line too often this season, 2 out of 4. And we have a 6-point game. A 20-6 run with 5:21 to go. And now a foul. About 88 feet from the basket. So 1-and-1 upcoming here for the Gophers. Team foul number 8. The foul was on Sean East, the second.
Gophers in the bonus.
1-and-1 upcoming here for Carrington. 1 of 2 at the line here tonight. And 5 out of 7 here on the season. Gophers as a team have attempted 12 free throws. They've connected on 9. There's a big miss. Pierce will drive on Payne. Got around him. He'll count and 1. A free throw away from making this a 3-point game with 5:14 to play.
Open floor. Jab step, understanding you have the quickness advantage with Payne out of his comfort zone defensively. Put the ball on the basket, a chance for an and 1. And the response by Missouri here in the last 7 minutes of clock time, impressive to say the least.
Can't hit the free throw, but asking Dennis Gates about his team's depth before the game tonight, he said, we're not 8 deep, 9 deep. We might go as 12 deep, 13. And he's gone to his bench here often late. And some big minutes here from Lewis, from Pierce. 4-point game under 5 to play.
A season ago, Missouri had 10 guys that averaged double-digit minutes.
Hawkins floats, missed it. Garcia went in for the rebound, no. And now East. 5-on-4 for the Tigers, up the floor for 3, off the mark there from Lewis. His first three-point attempt all year.
What you've seen in the last 3 or 4 possessions, Corey, is that Missouri has really sped up Minnesota on this end of the floor.
East went for the steal on Hawkins. Hawkins will float. That's knocked away. Lewis to East. Carter's begging for the ball.
Yeah, they're going to clear it out and let him go to work on Enan here.
He goes baseline. East does. Curls around. Enan left hand blocked. Pierce got it back. Missed it down low. Rebound Garcia. And now the Golphers turn it over. Here's Robinson crossing over and lays it up and in. A 2-point game.
Right now, Minnesota is on their heels, clearly.
Golphers led by as much as 20. It is now a 2-point game with 3:20 to play. It was a 20-point lead at the 11:25 mark. And the Golphers will be shooting free throws, and a foul is called. I believe they got Noah Carter with the foul. So a 1-and-1 upcoming for the Golphers, and we come
strong with both hands. You can't be lax with the basketball.
24-6 run for Dennis Gates and the Tigers. 1-and-1 upcoming here for Dawson Garcia. The 19th foul and rattled it in. Garcia's been clutch at the line now. 5 out of 5 at the line tonight. That'll be a 14-point game. 9 rebounds, 3 assists.
Those 9 rebounds, 5 of the offensive variety.
4-point game. Next foul, by the way, in Minnesota will put Missouri in the bonus. Carter against Garcia.
Really rushing. Corey, wonderful job by Garcia of moving his feet. I mean, they clear that side of the floor out for him, and Garcia, the larger player, able to keep him in front.
And a 10-second violation. Watching Garcia, I was watching the clock as well, and it seemed like Ben Johnson was saying, "What are you doing? Get going." And a sloppy turnover there at the worst possible time with 2:45 to go. I mean, turnovers happen, but at that point, the Tigers capitalize. Carter, he feels like he has a mismatch against Mitchell. Christie helps out defensively, leaving Bates open for 3. He's fouled by Enan, shooting 3. There was 1 second on the shot clock. And Bates will shoot 3 free throws on the foul from Enan.
How about the pass from Carter? I mean, that hits Bates right between the numbers. And if you're Enan, yeah, you want to come out hands high, but you cannot bail out Tamar Bates.
Bates hasn't missed the foul line all year, and that holds true. 2 years at Indiana. Transfer to be closer to home. He's from Kansas City, Kansas. Confident stroke there from Bates, and one more upcoming to make this a 1-point game. One-point game. Missouri has never led at any point in this game tonight. A 27-8 run. Nearly 9 minutes of game action. Awfully quiet here at the barn. Carrington with 9. Good look. Mitchell for 3. Too strong. Here come the Tigers, looking to take their first lead tonight. Bates is fouled on the floor by Christie, and that's going to put Bates at the line for 1-1.
Nicely done by Bates, understanding that he had the freshman on an island and attacks that inside foot.
You can see the confidence right now, momentum for the Tigers is there. Not the same for Ben Johnson. This is a 1-1. He's made 3 free throws, Bates did, and now 4 straight. I think 1 free throw attempt has even hit the rim. Free throw away for the Tigers, taking their first lead all night long. Rattled out. Carrington lost it on the floor. Another Minnesota turnover. It's Bates, baseline. We play on. He hangs. He misses off the glass.
This would be a really good time to get the ball around the rim to Dawson Garcia. Your best guy has to demand the basketball.
And the officials are going to confer as we had 2 players hit the deck. Garcia went down, Carter went down, and a foul is called on Carter. And that another look here as Garcia tried to get position first. Left arm, then right arm.
And maybe in addition to a flagrant, they might have been taking a look at a hook and hold with the way that they were kind of going at each other there.
Point. Now Garcia with his first miss. So Bates missed at the other end. And now Garcia. 20 percentage points better at the line this season than last year. Makes the second 1-point lead. 1:25 to go. This run began for Missouri with the guy who has the basketball right now. Nick Ott knocked down some huge shots. And then he got some help. Honor for 3 in the lead. No. Carrington, could he save it? No. Last touch by Minnesota. We're under 2 minutes, and they can review possession, and they will here with 66 seconds to play. And 20 on the shot clock. 1:06 to go. Missouri last won a true Big Ten road game about 20 years ago in Bloomington. Final 60 seconds.
Oh boy, he was close to being on that far sideline here.
Carter to Honor for the lead. No. Minnesota 1 timeout left. Does the ball go to Garcia here?
I think it has to.
It's Christie, the freshman. His second game, big shot up top, way off. Shot clock is off. Missouri 1 timeout left. And they'll take it here with 16.6. Missouri with a chance to win this game after trailing by 20 earlier this half. All right, drop this Missouri possession right now based on how the second half has gone.
Honor has shown the ability to get in the lane and create, whether for himself or others. It's going to be imperative that they keep Honor in front, and if he's going to take the last shot, make sure it's on the perimeter rather than going toward the rim.
East will drive in the paint, got up and scores, and a foul! Did not wait. Sean East attacking, and for the first time all night, the Tigers have the lead, and a 3-point triumph coming for Sean East II.
They clear out that side of the floor, get a little bit of a rub, step through, take the contact. East, the leading scorer for Missouri coming into this ball game at 18 per outing. making his presence known here down the stretch.
Golphers have one timeout remaining. It's a 2-point Missouri lead, and Ben Johnson will take that timeout here with 9.9 to play. Boy, so often in Missouri with Carter and Lewis and Bates, East and Honor. A 31-9 run. 9.9 to play, no timeouts. 2-point game, here we go. The freshman Christie with 5, with 4, pulls up for the lead. No!